Well, I'm lucky I managed to get Scott Rogan from his busy schedule from Rol Cinemas into the studio. How are you, Scott?
Really good, Michael. Always good.
And mate, look, I know you're going through heaps of stuff. Your growth of your company has been absolutely amazing. And I think a few people are going, oh, you're just more than more than just a cinema company. I know you've got this MyMax cinema, it's absolutely mind-blowing, lots of things. But I thought, maybe just give people a bit of an overview of the things you do, you know, from your design, your build, your service stuff. It's incredible.
Yeah, look, for sure. We've, a year or so back, we really decided to focus on cinema as our core, rather than sort of hi-fi and TVs on the wall and all that sort of stuff that, more integrators, I guess, deal with. We really felt that cinema was our passion, our core, and obviously could be done much better. So we've gone really deep on that, and therefore we've sort of splintered out, well, where are people at now, and what level of service do they really need in their project life cycle to level up or design something fresh. So we've really started to focus on what serves people best based on the sort of calls and the call outs we've been doing, so we can really go in there and check out where someone's home's at now, offer the right sort of reporting and services, so then we can get a really clear plan on where to go to next. So I guess everything we do is all based on getting some analysis, getting clear, and then creating a plan to action from there on out.
What I love when you use your technical terms like analysis, but in layman's terms, it's like you go chat to people and they go, hey, the kids have left home, I've got this great big house, I've got all this space, and couples are going, okay, it's our time now, and they're coming to you and going, Scott, we're looking for something, and you're creating this, almost this reconnection environment. I think it's so exciting.
Yeah, indeed. Certainly there's the big family home, which with maybe as the kids leave, and it's more the domain of maybe the grandkids hanging out with Pop and Grand, and that sort of...
Yeah, you don't let the other kids back in.
Yeah, you don't make it too comfortable for them, right? I get that. They're gone. They don't want it too comfy and hanging out all the time. So, and that usually puts a serious dent on people's wine collection as well when the kids come around. But yeah, look, certainly the old formal lounge room or games rooms is a great place to repurpose. Some people might have a bit of existing equipment in there at the moment. In that case, probably something like a cinema audit and review that we've created, where a senior technician pops out and actually goes, well, what stuff do you have now that could be used currently or used moving forward with a new system? Do they actually work or not? Quite often in the past, we'll sort of go, oh yeah, we'll use that piece, that sounds great, and we'll build all this new stuff, and then when we go to action the new plan, the old subwoofer doesn't actually work.
Hey, I tell you one thing, because I came out to a job, and I think it was in Rosmoyne, and it was almost in a basement, had a solid concrete floor, and then most of the people are going, can't be done, too bad, that's up. And yet we caught up, check out the video, I think it's wires, and even more wires. I don't know how much wiring you put in that joint.
Yeah.
But and this is the advantage of having a skilled technician come in and do the assessment, because you actually solved the problem and got them a home cinema, MyMax cinema, into that space.
Yeah, look, exactly, it's thinking outside the box, it's seeing what's possible. You can't create a design or a plan on something if it's not relevant or possible to action later on. So we need the installation component needs to be sort of evaluated early on, that feasibility of exactly where that project can go. So that initial review is super important. The discovery meeting, which we roll into these reviews, is the basis of our, off the plan designs as well, is asking the right questions, getting the right insights so we know what's really going to work best for the owner, but also the owners are aware of what's possible. So they're really given the ability to action and choose a system that they're going to be truly happy with long term. Yeah, if you don't start with those questions, get that bit right, the tens of thousands of dollars that sit on top of that, you know, could be steering off in the wrong direction.
You know, one of the things is, and the cinema is the big thing, but one thing I love when these skilled technicians come out, and this was a room, and as you said, you mentioned the grandkids coming in. Now, there was a wet bar going in here with a tap, and you actually got the tap color-coded. So what I mean is when the water was cold, it was blue, and it actually changed color to red. So grandparents can see if the littlies kick the tap on, and it's red, they know, oh, going to get burnt there. So it was like that warning sign. I just thought those little touches that no one else seems to think of. That was terrific. Yeah,
it's good as a safety element, but also they were so nobbled by it, they would actually turn it from hot and cold just to change the color. So it's definitely a room of novelty, as well as, you know, we're kind of create the function and the form and the novelty and the mystique all together. And that's what makes the cinemas so much fun, is I guess all of those bits coming together.
Yeah. And you have this service element. I mean, you're not a set and forget company, and you really are a family company. I mean, Dad works with you and stuff, so very fan. I think that adds a lot to the value people get from you. But what are some of the services now that Rol Cinemas are starting to be able to deliver to its clients when they go, hey, we're happy to pay for this. This is something that's going to be great value to us.
Yeah, we've gone really deep with cinema. So we're like, well, how can we distribute that knowledge and service best to help people on their journey, wherever they are, with their own home cinema. So we're sort of broken into 4 main categories now, which is the design element, which might be renovation or a brand new home. It's where we do 3D engineering, and we really design it professionally and can create build plans. And what's really amazing with that is we can help people all around the world now, rather than just locally in Perth. So we can get accurate measurements.
A company from Perth, and you're going all around the world. That's a testament to you, Scott.
Yeah, look, I mean, we've embraced the technology that allows that between measurement systems, 3D scanning rooms. If you're not so good with a tape measure, then we can get the room scanned. And then in VR, we can even present the final result in VR. So there's very little left to the imagination. There's a lot of detail goes into that. And our design and project team will create accurate build teams and a project management sort of component to make sure that information is portrayed to the local build team, and that project's executed just like it would over here. So the design element's super exciting, which helps people, as I say, well outside of our usual build for you sort of reach.
Yeah, and one thing they do, and just touching slightly on the overseas market now, and even the interstate market here in Australia, is you actually, and I am going to just drift into this because I think it's really, really exciting, you're putting together a master class for someone who wants to build one of these cinemas themselves, step by step, all the elements. That's exciting.
Yeah, so on the other side of the scale, we've got design, we've got build that sits in the middle, which is simply creating, from that design. Then our local Perth team will actually build and deliver everything, hand it over and commission it. So that's a completely done for you service. And then we have sort of local services that can help people out that are stuck in between. And then on the other side of what we deliver is indeed the learn component, which we're doing currently on YouTube, podcasts, Facebook and Instagram. We're on there all the time, though we're really excited to actually start creating the new masterclass, which is to train people to execute that design, or even learn to design as we have, and even calibrate to a degree a full project themselves. So if you're really hands-on, love to know the details, you'll save a bunch of money, but you'll be investing a lot of time to get it right. And even for those people that want to take this more professionally, then there's a level there where you can then start to be the local hero that can build this for people in your local area. So there's even some great business opportunities for people that want to really take it seriously and deliver these sort of MyMax level cinemas for people in their area. So that's pretty cool.
Scott, great overview of your service. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sharing with us some exciting projects. I know you've got a couple of exciting projects on the go, but we'll save them for another video because you just never stop. Thanks, Scott.
Great. Thanks, Michael.